Hi everyone, welcome back to Charmed Hard with a Vengeance. Tonight we watch Season 1, Episode 20, Ambush.
You mean Season 20, Episode 1?
Yeah, gosh, it really felt like it. It really did. So a bunch of elders are dying, things are moving toward the source rising, because I guess that hasn't happened yet.
Mm-hmm.
All of the exposition possibly in the world. So much has been happening this season, and yet they threw a whole bunch of other stuff at us just now.
Yeah.
That just, like, it came and went. Like, they're like, oh, this has to happen. By the way, it's done.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just throw this in too, and then all this, and then this, and then this. It's like, oh, this is the show after they realize like how long they're actually going, and they're not cramming stuff in, huh? It seems a lot different.
God, this was... They were doing so well, and now, like, I felt like from immediately, the start of the episode, I was exhausted. I was exhausted. Not just because I have to, like, take notes to, like, try and follow every little plot detail they've set up, but I feel like even if we were just watching this casually, like, it would just be so much to throw at us all at once. Like, you're not actually getting a story. It's just a lot of exposition all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, immediately started off with exposition by Elder Silver Metal.
Well, they had an opening scene where they're setting up that all these elders are being killed, with just some rando elder walking around in her, like, lawyer guise, I guess. Mm-hmm. And I could tell that it was an elder because she just dressed all in white. It's like, is this just like a uniform? You have to dress like this? Why do the elders have to do this?
Because they're stupid.
Kill Whitey!
She's dead, and they're all dead. They're all dead. They're all killed this episode.
I really feel like it takes something away to have the Charmed ones go rogue and be working not with the elders anymore, and then just immediately kill them all off.
Immediately, they're all dead. Like, this should have an impact, but it really doesn't. We don't know who any of the... This elder silver person was just introduced this episode.
Uh-huh.
Because they just keep killing off everyone else.
Yeah, like, this should cause some mass disarray in however they have things set up, you know, like for witches and getting their white lighters. Like, no one's going to be assigning that stuff anymore. I bet we're not going to hear that much about anything to do with that.
It's like they're just bored with it and don't want to do this anymore. Like, if you're going to have the elders or dicks be a storyline, then do it. But it's not real. I mean...
Yeah, like, I want to see them actually have to go against them, you know? Not just have them all get killed off, like, super easy by the bad guys.
Yeah, they inconvenienced them for a while, and now they're gone.
Yeah. Like, how lame is that? And their dumb, dead mother still showed up for the first time, I guess, in her elder stuff.
Yeah, she was just dressed all normal, even though she was an elder, but all the flashbacks, she doesn't dress like the other ones do.
And she's wearing white, though, in her little projection in the secret room today.
Oh, she was today, but I mean, like, in the other flashback, she wasn't. So, like, why would elders have to dress that way? It just makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
They started off with some, like, kind of potential when Elder Silver shows up at the house, and she's like, hey, guess what? You cost us another elder. They're dying, but we gotta team up. Mm-hmm. Because this is all part of... Okay, I've written all this stuff down, because there's just a lot. So the prophecy is that before the source can start the apocalypse, certain events must happen, so they have to kill all the elders. And then get the source brought back by the Harbinger of Hell, but they also need the steward of the source, which is the immortal protector of the source, which turns out to be Fiona. So Alistair is looking for the steward and finds out that's Fiona, and then has to team up with her to kill off the elders, so they can source Parker up, and she wants to kill him after he's the source. But, like, what was Alistair doing then, stabbing him? I thought he was turning him into the source then.
Yeah, I thought so, too. I don't know.
This was just, like, a piece of it?
Yeah, it's just source priming him. I don't know. I don't know.
It's like they're teasing us things that aren't actually happening, so what are we even watching?
I don't know.
It seems like they kind of throw some other stuff away, too. We had the stuff about, like, Macy turning more toward the dark side at the end of the last episode, and they start doing that in this episode.
The big payoff to that was she gets upset about almond milk.
That was amazing. Like, this is their first real indicator that something is wrong with her. I mean, they've had some stuff like, she isn't feeling pain, so she burned herself, or she's kind of scared, stuff like that. But this is their first indicator, like, that emotionally she is turning toward the dark side. Mm-hmm. And it's like, we're out of almond milk.
You two are useless.
She gets black eyes when she's mad about the almond milk.
Yeah.
You said you'd go get groceries, girls, and you didn't. They're like, sorry, we weren't thinking about groceries in the apocalypse, which seems very anti-charmed to not think about groceries during the apocalypse. She kind of points out, too, like, she's like, Mel, this is your fault because you were turning a blind eye to Fiona because your stupid crush on Jada. Mm-hmm. I'm sick of doing everything myself. Like, yeah. Macy's been doing everything.
Very true.
What'd you think about some of the stuff going on with Macy in this episode?
It just felt rushed.
It did, unless it's turning into something else. It just felt like they were like, okay, done?
Yeah. Like, and she got a thing that's supposed to help her control her demon powers more in this episode, in another dumb twist. And it's just like, okay,
right?
So I assume she's still gonna blow up at some point, but they have a way to, like, get her to, like, calm down with it now, so I don't know. And she's not gonna needle herself in the head anymore, so that's over.
Yeah, she had some I liked the dark moments they went with in this episode. It was very quickly done away with. Like, they have this stuff with her and Harry bonding. They're, like, looking at this book that's written in devil tongue or something, and then, like, she can read it, but he can't. Which was kind of funny. Like, he's like, you can read this?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, can't you?
You can speak parcel tongue, Macy?
You're a wizard, Macy. Where's the almond milk?
I liked after Macy's yelling at the other two about almond milk, the next scene she's with Harry and she's being nice. I was like, it's just those two that bring out the angry in her.
They're stand-ins for the original Charmed ones in the audience at this point. Macy is trying to steal Fiona's immortality, which has something to do with, like, her becoming the steward and trying to stop the prophecy. So she wants to do this voodoo spell. So she does it, but she turns herself into the voodoo doll. So she's, like, cutting herself up, and then it's cutting up Fiona. Mm-hmm. And then they start, like, beating each other up. Like, Fiona's turning it on her, strangling herself. Yeah.
Really kind of made Fiona look a lot weaker. And she's like, what are you doing to me? Ah!
What are you doing, demon?
Yeah, she's just so scared during it. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, it's not great to do that when that's supposed to be your big villain, unless they're building up the source. But, like, Parker?
Yeah, we're going to be really scared of, like, stale Cheetos, beer, and white privilege.
I used to be about the guitar, but now I'm about heavy metal.
Oh, no!
He's not acoustic now.
He shoots demons out of his guitar.
Turns into the movie Trick or Treat. He's just an evil rock star seducing the youth.
Yeah. They powered Hunter up to a ridiculous degree now. He's just like the Elder Slayer.
Yeah, but I don't even... Why?
I don't know. I don't know why.
They don't build up scary villains in this show.
No, they randomly make this one doof suddenly really good, or just the elders suck that hard. I don't know which, but... Like, they're just dropping like flies so easily. He's, stupid elders, I'll just toss a knife at you. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, snap a neck. Oh, they're dead. Like, man.
Yeah, the elders, I haven't seen anything from the elders that made me think they have any sort of real power.
No.
They've just weenified them so much.
They don't have any real power, apparently.
They might as well just be theater dads hanging out on the Golden Gate Bridge at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the demon effects on Macy. I liked the creepy voice and black eyes. Like, I thought, like, she was scarier than anything going on with Hunter or Fiona or anything like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Harry also says, as if like he never realized this, if she becomes a demon, there won't be a power of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Why did this not come up before? When they're like, hey, maybe we can use this.
Is there, like, can she just become full demon if she uses it too much? Is that how it works?
I think it's supposed to be like she's slowly becoming more demon. I think that's the idea.
But all the power comes from the same source, the good and the bad. It's just about how you use it, except demon powers make you evil.
They're still going with both. It just, you can't have it both ways, Charmed. You have to be clear with what your rules are. You can't pretend that they're being influenced by some outside force, but then also it's whoever wields it is fine, but then it's her, but then it's not, but then it's all two sides of the same coin kind of thing. Yeah, so Macy ends up breaking the needle in half after she attacks Mel.
And then she threw it on the ground. I'm an adult. I'm not your pincushion.
So that's the end of that?
Welcome to the real world, jackass!
Yeah, maybe, unless she just goes, I have 2 needles now, and then sticks them both in her, and it makes her extra demon.
Yeah, eventually she just turns into Pinhead. She's just got a bunch of little pieces stuck in her face.
Oh, Maggie, I have such sights to show you. Puzzles?
I will have all of the almond milk. She'll have an almond milk monopoly.
To get to the cookies I just baked, you must solve several of my puzzles.
It's no longer procrastinating. It's evil baking.
These cookies are legendary, even in hell.
One thing I think I appreciate about this episode, the dumb elder robes are back, baby. They're back and dumber than ever.
Yeah.
When they're killing them, like, they weren't wearing robes like this before, right? This seemed like the first time we've seen them in those.
Yeah, I don't know.
The ones with the face things that we don't know if they're elders, they had robes on.
Yeah, I think so.
But the normal elders have just been, like, seem to be in pantsuit territory.
Yeah, maybe. It's hard to remember already, because they barely ever do anything.
Yeah, but they're all dead, so who cares?
Yeah. Doesn't matter, they're all dead anyway.
Kill Whitey!
So we got another room in the Charmed One's house that they didn't know about, which is, like, they're just hanging out in this little book nook area, which they just apparently now even gave a thought about existing. Like...
Yeah. It was something that their mom would talk about. It was like, remember when we used to fight? Mm. And then they would remember their mom would tell them something or other. And so all of this was apparently like another cryptic clue that Ghost Mom left.
Yeah, but like one of them had a fire going in this room already. So apparently they start fires and stuff, but they don't really give any thought to this room until now.
Well, they didn't know the room was there. It was a secret passageway.
No, not the secret room, just the book nook area where they find the secret passage.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they wouldn't think anything of it. It's just a place where their books are.
Mm-hmm. But, like, suddenly it has big importance. They're like, oh, yeah, maybe...
It has big importance, yeah.
And they're just like, oh, yeah, maybe there's a secret passage, like a lot of this episode where it's just giant leaps to things which all pan out to be exactly right. So it's just like, oh, yeah, Mel's like, I'm going to flip a book over. Hey, Maggie, you should flip the next book over. Hey, Macy, guess what you gotta do? You flip another book. Oh, secret passage. What? And it's just like...
This was utterly ridiculous. The note I wrote was, darker lit, bad original Charmed. It just seemed like we're just sliding back into this territory. They go in there, and it's a room. It's covered in the Power of 3 symbol, the little triangle thing that you see all over everything, and they all have closets with their names on it, and there's a hologram of their mom in the middle of it.
Yeah. A tri-hologram, which they never show us like two of her at once. They're always very careful to not show the other actresses playing the same woman, but I'm like, oh, so you're gonna do that, but you're not even gonna like double her in even one shot or triple her, at least to show it's all her. Just nah. You always just see the backs of the other ones.
And she tells them, charmed ones, you're my only hope.
Yeah.
Maggie One Kenobi.
And she's like, Maggie, you have my staff. Mel, you have my bracelets. And Macy, you have my nothing. I didn't get you anything. I hope that doesn't make you feel bad. I mean, I know you're the daughter I sent away and neglected, but I also didn't get you a present, so...
It was like it became the Chronicles of Narnia or something. So they all get magic weapons. Maggie gets a staff to focus her emotional energy. Mel gets a couple bracelets to help her speed or slow down time. And also some knives. They're like, these bracelets suck. Anyway, it's some knives.
Yeah, some
magic knives.
Fist-staggery things.
Yeah. And so Macy gets nothing. Like, the mom's like, well, the world's your weapon, but your dad gave you a gift.
Yeah.
He gave you a yin and yang necklace on your birthday, so touch it whenever you're feeling kind of evil. It'll bring you balance to the force. Holy shit. This was embarrassingly bad.
Yeah,
I gotta be honest.
This room kind of reminded me of, like, old magic school, too.
It did, yeah. I was thinking, like, the set design looked very much like original Charm to me. Mm-hmm. And kind of the ridiculousness of it. Like, I don't really buy this is a real thing in the real world.
Yeah, I don't buy that this room existed, too. Like, where is this in the architecture of their house that they never realized? Like, there's already a underground, like, little... chamber that they found with all those runes and stuff, but then there's also this. Like, how many secret rooms are in this stupid house?
Let's just pretend, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say that this was magic. Maybe it's like a TARDIS, you know? It takes you to another dimension or something.
Yeah, I was also wondering about the secret passage, if that was like somehow magicked up where all three of them had to flip these books, because that wasn't very clear. It's just they assumed, I guess, they all had to flip a book that was about them or something. It's just like... It
has to be. You know, considering their mom knew so much shit, she probably could have prevented a lot of things. She could have done things a little differently, I think.
And she's like, yo, you guys thought I would, like, send you off to fight evil without my little treasures? Well, I mean... my two favorites, not you, Macy. I got you two something. But it's just like, okay, well, you know.
I bet you that necklace does nothing. She's just making it up. It's a placebo necklace.
Yeah. That would be really funny. She's like, I better make something up about something her dad gave her.
Oh shit, this looks bad.
Necklace, yeah. That's I'm glad, like, she even had, like, a little closet, though, for Macy with nothing in it.
Yeah, she just set up a closet with nothing.
Like, it has their names on these things, and there's, like, she gets nothing. Like, what? But anyway, she's... The point I was going to make was she's like, oh, I wouldn't send you guys to fight evil without nothing except Macy. But they could have died well before ever finding this stupid secret room, because they just, on a whim, decided, hey, let's mess around with these books, see if there's a secret passage.
They're just jumping through everything. They even okay, so they call back to the Lucy sleeper agent stuff. Mm-hmm. Did they actually really properly explain this though? Like why she had to get them together, or what the point of this was? They seem to like figure this out. They go to leaps and bounds to figure this out. Like
it's mostly Maggie. She's just like, oh yeah, it must have been Lucy.
Suddenly she's Detective Maggie.
Yeah, because like Lucy comes over like, hey, I just came by to steal a page from the Book of Shadows, and like, oh, okay, that's weird.
It seems like it shouldn't be that easy to rip a page out of that.
You would think not, but yeah.
So she shows up and she's like, mind if I utilize your loo?
Yeah. I'm just being casual, casual dialogue, like utilize Lou.
They set up a started and then quickly thrown away plot thread of nothing where she asks Maggie to make some of those skinny margs for the Cinco de Mayo party that she's doing. Mm-hmm. The Cinco de Mayo. And that she made during like that party like way early on, and she's like, oh no, these are glamour margs, I can't make these, there's no recipe. And then Mel's like, don't worry, I'm the bartender of the month at the haunt, I can come up with something. And then it's never brought up again. Like, it's like they think it's like, I guess realistically, if they had episode of the weeks always happening, like, they wouldn't know it's not really an episode of the week. So they're like, oh, we better get started on this stuff for the Cinco de Mayo party. It was a false episode of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, and the reason that Maggie finds out that it was Lucy that stole a page from the Book of Shadows, do you remember this?
Yeah, there was like, cocoa butter or something?
Yeah, she like smells out, she smells crime.
Yeah.
She smells crime there. So she smells out the cocoa butter from her hands and she's like, hey, wait a minute. Now that I think about it, Lucy's kind of always around when this stuff's going on. Maybe she's involved with something.
And she's like, she always uses cocoa butter. It was her who did it.
The only person who uses that kind of cocoa butter.
And then she's like, before they even go over, maybe she's a sleeper agent. Is that it? Like, she's jumping.
Yeah, they, like, jump to everything.
Yeah, she's like, Maggie's just like, I got it. I read the script now, so, like, I know all the plot. Yeah, Lucy must be a sleeper agent. Maybe Alistair's calling her on the phone. Or she doesn't say Alistair. I don't know if they figured that out. Did they?
AC is what it stands for.
Yeah, but she sees an international number, I think, and then she goes, oh, that must be Alistair or something.
Yeah, I think that, like, you guys are jumping to a lot of conclusions.
But on the phone, when we see it later, it says AC on it. Like, why wasn't that a bigger clue that it was him rather than international number?
It should have just been like, Alistair, baby.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just such a giant leap. Like, we're just ending this Lucy sleeper agent plot immediately with her just deciding to solve everything. Oh, it must have been this, and then he must be doing this, and programming her.
It just... What does it lead to, though? The fact that she's in league with them amounts to nothing, though. Because Hunter shows up at the party... Mm-hmm. And he's on the phone like, hey, better get over here, because if you don't give me the last elder, they have one left, mm-hmm. Elder Silver, who they pretend is important. And they're like, if you don't give her to me, I'm going to kill Lucy, as if this is a good exchange.
Yeah.
This is an even trade.
Like, oh no, Lucy, good grief, we better get over there.
Not Lucy, the heart of the team. And he's like, awesome, you got my invitation. And they, like, teleport him out someplace else. And this is your invitation to kiss my ass.
Yeah.
And they suck so bad. With their new weapons, they still suck.
Yeah, they blow it pretty hard. And then, like, they stab him a few times with their weapons. And he's like, oh, that's
cool. With the
cool.
emotion staff. It's an emotion staff.
I still don't know what that means. Like, she gave a real explanation for, like, how Mel's weapon, her bracelets, like, let her speed up and slow down time and stuff in addition to just freezing it. But she's just like, yeah, your emotion staff helps you with your emotions.
What? It's just a normal-ass staff. Mom's lying again.
Yeah.
She just stabs him with it. Like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah. And it's just like, oh, yeah, that's neat, guys. And he just tosses a dagger at Silver Metal. And she's like, oh, I'm dead.
Like, she just dusts away like a vampire.
That's kind of a bummer. I guess we suck. OG Charmed in the house where you let another one die.
Yeah, and the day you saved. Cut to them drinking their problems away. Like, man, we're the worst.
Stupid.
Oh, man. And then we have the bit with Charity too. They cut to Charity, and Fiona visits her and gives her all of the exposition so that she knows she's going to attempt to murder her so she can get away.
Because she's like, you're an elder still too, so I need to die. But yeah, it's just...
It doesn't make sense. She doesn't have her powers anymore. Why would she still be an elder?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, she's not even wearing a white suit. Can she really be an elder wearing a red suit? But yeah, it's just like Fiona comes and plot-splains this for no reason instead of just, I don't know, showing up and killing her. It's just like, I'm going to explain it so that you know what I'm about to do before I do it.
She could even say, like, I'm going to try and team up with you because of this and then kill her when she's unaware or something. It would be so easy to do, but she has to give her the plot evil villain speech. Mm-hmm. It's what undoes them every time. Mm-hmm. And so Charity gets away using the secret of the use.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad she has mutagen with her. We still have the other story of the dumb episode. Nico shows up and's like, I thought she's just going to be like, oh, we broke up. But it was pretty much that. It's just like, oh, yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm just thinking of you all the time, Mel. This marriage is pretty much dead.
Yeah, she's like, I'm getting married in 2 days, but all I can think of is you.
And Maggie's kind of like, yo, you should probably tell her then about that whole rewriting your history with her.
You know, to be fair, she does tell her after that. Mm-hmm. I mean, granted, it's a shitty situation anyway, but she tells her the truth, and she's pretty pissed about it.
Yeah.
Understandably so.
She's like, what if Mel was one of us? Just a slob like all of us.
She paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Would you think you were God?
Yeah.
You did this for you, not for me. Mm-hmm. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
It just seems like, you know, why'd they do any of this? Why did Jada happen? Why?
I didn't mind it, though. It's a shitty situation, but, like, first of all, when they first did it, it was a rush job to, like, just change the story into something else. But this payoff to it, I don't mind, because I know there has to be more to it than this, so, like...
Do you know that?
Well, because they didn't conclude it or anything. I mean, maybe they'll sweep it away, but it seems like it's been, like, an ongoing thing. Mm-hmm. And it was an understandable reaction for something that Mel did seemingly selflessly, but was, you know, you would feel violated if that happened to you.
Oh, yeah. So. I mean, there's some good elements in there, but it just seems so silly, and it makes her look so dumb for having done it in the first place, because Nico's just as involved as she was before that they did this. It's just like, why?
It's sort of like it was fated to happen, if you will. Even rewriting history, she still made her way back into her life. It's a love story for the ages.
Oh, yeah, truly.
Can we just cut to, like, Jada dead with flies around her, face down in some garbage, banana peel in her hair?
If they're gonna kill her off, it's probably gonna be, like, in the last battle, and she's gonna, like, come in and make some save and then get killed.
She'll get killed, and she'll be in Nico's arms, and she'll be like, take care of Mel, and she'll be like, everything's forgiven.
Yeah. But yeah, they're heading towards Nico and Mel getting back together. It's just like, okay, I'm glad we did this.
I like them together, though. So, like, I mean, I want to see stories with them. I feel like it's a better couple than with Jada. Like, that was really lame.
Yeah, it's silly that we did this, kind of. But, I mean, maybe the story could be interesting.
I think the funniest thing about that is, like, Ellen Tamaki gives this great performance. I thought, like, I felt like she felt betrayed. And she leaves, and then Macy is, like, 4 feet away baking. Like, she's got an apron on, and she's holding a plate of cookies. Like, ooh, bad situation.
Yeah.
Do you want some cookies, Mel?
Mel Razor!
They have sort of a bonding moment there, which is nice because I don't think Mel and Macy have had a lot of that, but I felt like it was not appropriately timed to immediately go into the "I've always admired you, no, I've always admired you" talk right after that happens.
Yeah, you think she'd be a little emotional about that.
Yeah, but she's like, "Oh well, what can I do about it?"
Yeah, we just have to do one of our million endings like the show always does.
Yeah, they're not even done yet. They go into everybody's faces start bleeding near the end there, including Nico's face. So, ta-da-da.
She's dead. The end.
I was just yelling for it to end at that point. I'm like, just end.
Yeah,
end episode.
This show
end.
just keeps doing this. It's like this feels like the wrap-up point where the episode ends, and another scene happens, and another scene happens, and another scene.
We don't need this much. The only other things I've written down, I do like that they're playing some more with the magic effects and doing some like creative magic stuff. A lot of it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I liked Elder Silver had this book that they would like magically make this animation appear on it to like tell the story, which I thought was a different kind of effect.
She knew she needed a picture book for the charmed ones.
They can't read. And they do like this little sparkle thing over Lucy's phone to get the password on it.
Yeah, I like the phone unlock spell.
Yeah. Apple's not going to like that when they find out about this, them jailbreaking the iPhones. So did you have any other notes about this? I just have the fashion segment.
I think that's it.
So it's the fashion segment, Phelan. I didn't think I'd have that much. Honestly, I thought most of the stuff that they did here were pretty classy looks. Not just me ironically liking tacky things. I think they're pretty nice. Maggie has a fur-lined jacket with a black and white print on it. And she's wearing a sweatshirt that's white with half a rainbow, which was fun. Macy is wearing a blue duster jacket at one point. I liked that, and I liked kind of her evil look. She was wearing a lot of dark stuff this time. And she had a black long-sleeve shirt with striped cuffs and a collar, paired with evil capri pants. And that's all for that one.
That's very good then.
Very good. Golf clap.
Yes, yeah.
Phelan, overall, what's your opinion of this episode?
Perfect. A+.
10 out of 10.
Turned it around. It is a mess. It's still, they're rushing so much. And structure-wise, this show's a mess.
It really was. I wish that they would stop dumping so much, because it's not really the stories I have a problem with. It's just the follow-through and the pacing that's just killing me here, because they could have something, and they're just kind of speeding right through it.
Yeah, I feel like if you're going to have Lucy set up as a sleeper agent, I feel like there's an interesting ending to that, which was not this. Not just having them rush to it immediately and have very questionable, like, what was Alistair even getting out of this? Like, get Parker and Maggie back together so that I can make sure that Hunter breaks them up.
Yeah, this is gonna be, I mean, when I'm starting the video on this season, it's gonna be like piecing together everything, like what was really intended here and what was story switching around and what was just not knowing what they were doing. This is gonna be a mess. It's gonna be like the Chris storyline all over again when he's like, ha ha ha, I have all these plans. Just kidding, I'm this guy now? Yeah. I'm a long lost son. What? None of that makes sense at this point.
Yeah, almost everything I did when I first showed up doesn't add up to my goals now. Whatever.
But you know what? At least they were in season 6 by the time that happened. This is season 1. I'm very afraid what season 2 is going to bring us if it's already this messy. I hope this is just growing pains. Like, maybe once they find their footing, they were starting to. They just need to, like, you know...
They had something. I kind of wonder what they're going to do in regards to, like, if there's going to be a new hierarchy set up in some way. Now that they just killed off all the elders. Like, what is... Okay.
They need to slow down the pacing and either embrace the funness of it or just try and, like, I don't know, be cleaner with the storylines. It's just kind of messy.
Yeah, just have some kind of, like, known payoff for where you're going with some of these things. Don't just rush them all into an episode.
Yeah, like, granted, they thought they only had 13 episodes this season, so the beginning, it makes more sense that they felt a little rushed, but by this point, they should know how many episodes they have and how long they have to establish these facts in the story.
Yeah, I think, like, the good payoff to the Lucy story would be, like, to have Alistair make her kill someone or do something really evil and have that be a turning point for that character, like she learns about this stuff and have it go somewhere from there rather than just, I don't know what this was.
I enjoy Lucy as a character, but I think that they think that she's like a Cordelia, and she's not a Cordelia. Like, there's no depth to this character to, like, make us care beyond the surface when they're like, we'll kill her off. Like, I wouldn't really be that bummed if Lucy died.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm thinking, like, that's why you have some kind of payoff to this, her sleeper agent story, which takes a character beyond just the surface level thing, being an airhead.
Yeah, they have the framework to create a smart show that uses magic to tell relatable themes for women, for people in general. I mean, that was the point they were starting with. You know, like, we're going to take down the patriarchy. They have all these, like, shoehorned in lines when it's like, you know, you can tell these stories. Like, a lot of the time they'll have magic as a metaphor for something else or intertwined with things that are happening, and you can tell a really good layered story, and this is not what this is.
No.
Charmed. We'll see what happens next week. This is very inconsistent, but we have 2 episodes left, so we'll see how this season is rolling to a finish.
It's gonna feel like 2 more seasons.
I know. Well, that's it for Charmed Hard with a Vengeance. If you guys enjoyed what you heard, I'd appreciate it if you could give a like or a subscribe or tweet about it. Hashtag Charmed Hard with a Vengeance. Hashtag placebo pendant. Hashtag evil baking.
Hashtag Macy, I got you nothing.
Hashtag almond milk. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye, Charmanders.